And we're
Yeah.
hearing more and more about underwater bases.
Yes. Which is very interesting. I mean, it's so weird that they're openly talking about this in Congress now.
That's why I say you don't get bored with this stuff, because it keeps, revealing itself.
For me, I don't necessarily get bored. I just I want to know more. Like, what are they? Where are they coming from? I just don't want to see pictures anymore. I just don't want to see videos anymore. Maybe that's just my thirst for more
That's
knowledge.
what I mean. It keeps making you want to dig deeper, and that's good.
Well, I mean, to me, it gets into the talk of like consciousness and ether and all this other stuff that, the metaphysical stuff that we never really talk about. And so if I don't hear those kind of things, it doesn't perk my ears up anymore, because I know that they're coming in from some sort of an etheric realm, right? It's beyond our perception. We can't see them. We can't experience them every day.
Unless we want you to see them.
Right. And so why do you think that is?
Probably would. I think there's many reasons. I think it would scare most people to death to suddenly have a creature that they'd never seen before appear in their bedroom. I mean, I think fear would be the normal reaction. So I think everything is being exposed gently so we won't have heart attacks.
And that's what gives me caution whenever I hear stories like with the Bledsoes, because I've heard stories that they're benevolent, and I've heard a lot of different things like that. And if they are benevolent, how come we don't see them and experience them on a regular basis? How come we don't know about them throughout history? How come they've been relegated to the shadows, and how come they've been hidden?
What haven't we known throughout history?
Well, we kind of know of them, but you don't have a lot of documented history, at least that we know of, that we've seen, that explains different versions of aliens and their interactions with humans and their helping people on Earth.
Actually, there's a whole lot of information. Problem is, you have to spend a lot of time digging. The Dugong tribe, they were talking about, I think, the number of planets or moons or something around Sirius. At the time that they were talking about it, our astronomers hadn't discovered those yet. So there's a lot of things that, indicate there's been information for a very long time, starting with the caves. There's a ton of cave drawings and wall drawings.
Mainstream academia, mainstream education, mainstream media, governments, they don't tell us this stuff. They're not going to give you an interpretation of a cave drawing that clearly looks like an alien. They're not going to tell us that's what that is my point.
Some of them are now, because I think there's less and less fear that they'll lose their jobs.